slight update to this. I haven't done much, I've been busy at work, but I've moulded this as a piece out of here. So I did it with plaster of Paris, stuck him in here. There is just a little tiny bolt hole there where I pressed this in. I've had a couple of goes at this, obviously the first few weren't that successful. And that just lines up on here. I'll try and do it without, there you go. And that's it lined up now, so it's dropped into those 2 pinholes, which has just worked absolutely fine. So now when I take that to Dean, he can now, we'll get it back in again, he can now just draw around that and that'll be it. And this will sit, try and do it all one-handedly, try and show you that, and I haven't got my glasses on, that just sits, there you go, that's just dropped into place. So now that's actually lined up on that plaster of Paris. So I don't think I can do this one because it will be literally too thin, but I'll have a go. This one at the back I'll try and do. Obviously it's going to use a lot more plaster of Paris and be hard to get out, but there we go. I will have a go, but I'm happy with this one. This is now done. I've still got that temperature sensor to fit on here. I've just been so busy at work, I just haven't had time to do anything on this really. But that's it. I will probably tack a bit more onto the back of this video and go from there. Right, so here we are. I've now started to try and take a mould of this one, if I can. That is, yeah, we'll have to see. But that's it. So the plaster of Paris is in the bottom, and it's now setting, or set. I think it's not far off set. Yeah, it has virtually gone off. So it's still a bit tacky. Look, I'll just put my finger in it. So I'm trying to just take a little bit of a casting of the LED so I can know exactly where it's got to go. I've done this centre one. Don't think I'm going to get one down the end here because it's too thin, but we'll see how this goes. It hopefully cut down on any accidents. Here we are. So I've just poured this mould in here, and this is roughly what it's going to look like inside there. That hasn't gone right down. I thought that it had, so this may not be successful, this mould, but it's kind of positioned it about right, I think. So what I might do is like get this off, straighten up the edges a bit, cut the hole in here, which is where the actual LED is, and then see what it looks like over the top of it. Because yeah, I think I'm going to have to see what that looks like. I didn't realise that this had not poured, that this was up way high. I thought it had gone down. I should have pushed it down harder. This is go number 2, and even this is welled up. It's kind of almost level with it, I guess. A bit there, it's a bit low, but I don't know why it's not going down. Right, so I found out why it's higher than it should have been. That's because it's hitting, this is hitting the bulkhead. So I can press it down when it gets glued in, but that's what it was. I thought it was right down, but it wasn't. It's hitting that. So I've cut this out now. That's it. So now I'll just get this out of the way so it fits in there. It looks a bit messy, but it's a good snug fit, so it will serve its purpose. I mean, we could leave them in as an extra heatsink. I'm also sort of a little bit thinking. Now I'm not going to break this getting this in here because it's a bit weaker than it was when I took it out. Right, that's going to sit something like that in there. It's a little bit tight still because obviously I bent the model a little bit to get it out. There could also be something left in there like that, or that bit down there. Still got all this Vaseline stuff to clean out of it, so it's going to fit in like that. I don't know why it's not going right down, but it should do. Oh, there, it's in there now. So like Dean can draw around this now, and that's where the light's going to be. So hopefully that's how it's going to work. If he goes just inside of that, and then can always take a bit more out. And I'll have a go at doing this one, but I don't hold out a lot of hope for that, because the bits of plastic, the supports that we've got, are literally like that thin. There's nothing of them at all, so I'm guessing it's just going to snap, but I'll give it a go. Got nothing to lose, have I? And it will make life a lot easier. I think that's the wrong way around, that one. If I can get that like that, and then just fill it, and again just push the copper, fill that with plaster of Paris and push it in there. I'll have a go at that one tomorrow. It's late now and I've had enough. Right, Dean, this is the moulding here. This will just come out now. I've had to sand it a little bit, it was a bit mega tight, but that will come out. So now what I'm going to do is, I don't know, it's not sat down that well actually is what it was, I don't think, but basically that will sit now. Something, it should all go, it's not going in, it's, I'll have to play with it a bit, but it should, that should just drop in now and line up. But it pulled out the plastic pieces when it came out, unfortunately. But I'll have another look at this and see if I can get it so that it sits in there, what's holding it up. But hopefully we can use this as a template now, even for this front one. I didn't think I'd get this, but I've had about 3 or 4 goes at it, and that's what I've got. So we'll have a look at it, see what I can, or maybe it's that, there's bits in the way, look. Right, I'll have a look and I'll start the video again in a minute. Just push this back in here again. It's gone up the side a little bit there, but it's nice and tight in there. But I gave up with that other one with a big ridge in it, so I've had another go. We'll see what that does in a few hours. Right, well, this is me had about my 3rd or 4th go at this. Every time I do it, it cracks trying to get it out because it's just so thin. I'm going to have a go with a Stanley knife to try and just ease these out. If I can get the outline of the actual LED, and even if I put some pencil marks around it or a marker pen or something, it'll give Dean a good idea where he needs to cut. I think it's just too thin. As I said, I've had about 4 goes at it, and every time it ends up breaking. Right, I can't video it and cut it, so we'll see what happens. So I slowly sort of edge this out. So if I do a pen, it'll be smaller than that hole, and hopefully if it's smaller, Dean can move it if it's slightly off. But if I just blow this out with an airline now, so I can just try, and that wasn't very good, was it? As you can see, it's all kind of falling apart. Right, so what I'll do is I'll hold it with my fingers, blow it out so there's nothing in it. Maybe try and straighten that up a little bit, although it's getting a bit thin in it there. That edge is getting a bit thin there. If I straighten that up with the try and get the finger, if I straighten that up there with the old Stanley, try and get a nice edge on it, get rid of that lump, because I think that is actually, where's my finger at, that there is actually the edge of the light, so we're inside. Same with on this side here, I think that's the edge there, so slightly under, more or less there on this side. And that is about as much as I'm going to be able to do to get this as accurate as possible, I'm thinking. But I'll just turn it off and cut that little piece out. Here we go. I've kind of done it with a pencil. Don't know that it's coming out that well, but I've gone around the edges. That bit that broke off, I've had to guess. So Dean will see this, so that is as good as I'm going to get it, I think. So that will now fit in, where are we? That will fit. That fits back in there how it did, so it can't be too far off. Yeah, so if I give him back that, and I've got the ones I made for here and the other end, I can give him them and he can cut it out, and then I can get them back, paint it, degrease it, and paint all the inside. It's been slow going this, I've been busy at work and had other family stuff to do. So yeah, that's it really, Dino. I will run this down to you. I'll try and upload this video so you can see it. And I decided not to go with a Sharpie, because if I put that pink Sharpie in there and it isn't in the right place, we'll never get rid of the sodding thing. So I used a pencil because we can just get rid of that quite easily. Okay, that's it. I will try and make this get this video knocked together. Thanks very much for watching again. The next one hopefully will have the holes cut in, and I will glue the lights, or paint it, glue the lights in again, and then we will try fit the boards. I need to make a video of the boards and what they do and so on, which will probably be the next one or the one after. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like watching this, and if you're making one of your own or something, hopefully give you some ideas and you'll learn from my mistakes. Thank you. Bye.